It is always good to watch the start of the Rolex Sydney Hobart, and we start this week's show with the Rolex video.
An enthralling offshore challenge greets the eager, intrepid fleet as racing gets underway. The Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race, partnered by Rolex since 2002 and organised by the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia in collaboration with the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania, returns for the 78th edition. A diverse fleet of 103 yachts, crewed by a mix of seasoned professionals and Corinthian sailors, understand all too well the enormity of the challenge that lies ahead.
The Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race is the most iconic Australian event, and for us it's the great race every year that everybody wants to do. The boom from the cannons, especially if you're up the top third of the line, you know you're alive, and makes the adrenaline start rushing.
It's just exhilarating to be out there amongst the fleet of so many esteemed boats and esteemed sailors.
It's very crowded, but once you get out the heads, it's amazing.
Of the four 100-foot maxis tipped for line honours, as of 3:30 p.m, Lorcanek narrowly leads the group, closely followed by last year's line honours winner Andrew Comanche, SHK Scallywag and Wild Thing 100.
You know, we've got nothing to prove. We did that last year, but everything to lose.
Whilst the defending line honours holder is placed well for the notoriously challenging 628 nautical mile journey, the Tattersall Cup, awarded to the overall winner, is anyone's prize.
Yeah, look, if back-to-back was a possibility, it would be amazing. It would be such an incredible thing to go, two in a row. Very few boats have done that.
We had a very good year, won the fastest race, won our class in Malta, and now we give it another try to win the class here in Sydney.
After weeks of preparation, crossing the start line marks the beginning of an even more intense and demanding human endeavour as the 103-strong fleet heads south towards Hobart.
This is your weekly global sailing highlights show, The World on Water, December 29, 2023.
A victor emerges through a spellbinding seesaw battle for line honours in this historic 78th edition of the Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race. A race to remember. At the break of dawn, the two 100-foot maxis, Andrew Comanche and Lorcanek, made their final charge towards the finish line, with Comanche holding on to a narrow lead.
This morning, I came out on deck and folks were a little down because they'd stretched on us this morning. They were quite far in front. They were twice as far in front last year, and we almost got them. We were only 3 miles from them at the finish. I was like, let's get it together. You guys are awesome, and we can do this.
The exhausted but determined crew aboard Lorcanek slowly closed the gap with Comanche, summoning the last of their physical and mental reserves for the final tactical battle as the pair toiled up the last stretch of the Derwent River.
And as we were coming down the Derwent at the last final kind of 10 miles there, we saw it was getting really light, and we sent one of our bowmen up the mast. He said, "It's a glass out, we're going to stop, and the other boat's going to come down to us," and we were like, geez, that's no good.
Coming up the Derwent and seeing them starting to park up, this is what I'd hoped for last year, that we get a shot to get our teeth in them. It felt like a sense of history as we were trading the tacks and jibes and everything. This is really going to be one for the ages, because you don't see like 100-footers throw it around like that.
What an extraordinary finish. The lead changed 3 or 4 times in the Derwent, but finally, now is the hour for Christian Beck and Lorcanek. Following 3 consecutive bridesmaid finishes, Christian Beck's Lorcanek clinched their maiden victory in spectacular fashion, 51 seconds ahead of last year's winner, Andrew Comanche.
To win the Rolex Sydney Hobart yacht race is a great dream come true, especially against Comanche because it's such a good boat, and to actually beat them and the circumstance where the lead changed so much, it was an incredibly exciting experience all round.
An emotional roller coaster which ranks alongside the greatest finishes in the race's history. Almost 75 miles behind, 3 mini maxis, URM Group, Alive and Moneypenny, lead the charge in the overall standings to clinch the coveted Tattersall Cup, awarded to the winner on corrected time.
The highlight in sailing in 2023 was definitely the IMOCA class and their build-up to the big one, the 2024 Vendee Globe, solo, unassisted, race around the world. The pinnacle of our sport, or as some say, the Everest of the seas. No other event can come close to the Vendee Globe, and it makes superstars of the solo sailors.
I guess as offshore sailors we like the challenge. If you say you're going to sail around the world by yourself, it's not because you don't like a challenge, and it's not because you think it's going to be all easy. So there's highs and lows, but I mean what remains with me or sticks with me after the finish, the challenge that drives us, it's the challenge that attracts us, and it's the challenge that makes us come back every time. It's been a big year for sure. I don't know how many days or how many miles on the water, but a lot. I was hungry to get into the next challenge and start the next adventure. So to jump into the ocean race with Holcim PRB was exciting, and it's something I've been working for a very long time.
J'ai eu de la chance de faire toutes les courses de cette saison sur le Globe Series. J'ai pu embarquer avec Paul Léa sur Biotam et là c'était une expérience incroyable. J'adore les Ocean Race, j'adore les IMOCA et là de voir les deux venir ensemble, pour moi c'était une opportunité à ne pas rater.
An interesting ocean race with not many teams, but a massive variety of preparation of teams. Just that is an eye-opener as to there are so many different ways to do the same thing and arrive in basically the same place.
C'était un sud classique où on a eu des mers horribles, compliquées, des vagues énormes, ciel gris, des images qui restent, je pense que je vais se graver dans ma tête pour la vie en fait. Pour moi c'était le meilleur Cap Horn que j'ai jamais fait.
T'es en vue, capitaine!
Looking at probably breaking the 24-hour record for IMOCA. And now we're going 30 knots and we're waiting for it to crash. The crew record it was obviously pretty special. And then for the Transatlantic we had the outright record, 640 miles.
Quoique le jour quand on a sorti Biotam de l'eau à étager pour réparer tout ce qu'on a cassé sur l'étape 3, mon équipe technique à Lorient, ils étaient en train de mettre Initiative K à l'eau ici pile le même jour. Donc c'était incroyable et direct. On rentre en Bretagne et le début de la saison en France en IMOCA. On rentre entre deux ambiances parce qu'il y a l'ambiance du Ocean Race où les équipes sont à fond. Puis j'arrive en France et c'est un peu plus esprit démarrage. Il y a des bateaux qui viennent tout juste d'être mis à l'eau, à commencer la première navigation. Et il y avait deux ambiances, c'est sympa d'enchaîner les deux. On est les pionniers de la monocoque qui vole autour du monde. C'est un privilège, en fait, de faire partie de cette flotte. Tu fais une erreur et puis voilà, tu te fais passer par 5 bateaux. Tu lâches jamais, c'est à fond tout le temps.
What I find passionate about the class is the variety there is, the variety of projects, the variety of boats, the variety of ambitions. Just you walk down the dock and you can see loads of different projects which are a success in their own.
On peut tous gagner.
Le départ sport, sacrément sport. Écoute, bon départ, au prêt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, after the start of the check valve, the impressive boat upwind is SHYR. But we'd obviously seen it in training before, so we half expected it, but every time it hurts a little bit more.
On n'a pas une très bonne nouvelle à vous annoncer. On a entendu un gros crack.
La mer est déchaînée là. Pourquoi? Mais pourquoi? Ça bouille un peu, Amilou. Donc maintenant on tartine, portant, pleine balle. Allez, ciao.
Ah voilà, c'est reparti à bord de nouveau ici. On espère que c'est la bonne cette fois-ci.
C'est parti. On serait pas en course sur la Transat Jacques Vabre par hasard?
We've got about another 36 hours like this, because after that it's going to be quite wild in the last 5 days in Martinique.
Alors Julien, elle est comment cette transat des Alizés?
Jamais. Jamais tu me laisseras. Jamais.
C'était pas simple de la gagner une fois et ouais, de la regagner 2 fois avec toi. C'était encore un super moment.
Et moi je dis toujours plus on est heureux, plus on va vite, mais je crois que ça se confirme parce qu'on allait vite.
No, it's nice to look at the race and see who's having a good race and a bad race. Even if they're not winning the race, there's obviously things happening, and it's an interesting way of making sure that 40 boats can live together and there's not too many people all on top of each other. It's quite good to do the first single-handed transit like that, not having the time to overthink it and get too stressed about it.
Trop bien de récupérer avec un bateau tout seul.
Première heure en solo sur le bateau, première impression que c'est plus grand que j'ai pensé.
Et en fait, le plaisir, c'est de rendre compte qu'en fait, on maîtrise et qu'on arrive à réparer, on arrive à faire avancer le bateau plus vite que celui à côté, ou qu'on arrive à faire les choses qu'on ne pensait pas possibles, physiquement ou mentalement.
Je suis sûr que ça va marcher. J'ai pas hâte d'enlever le poisson-rayé.
On est à 23 nœuds, mais j'ai fait des pointes à 33 nœuds 4 tout à l'heure.
J'ai eu de la chance encore, j'ai rien cassé.
J'ai le speed qui a explosé là. Je suis plutôt en mode survie.
Ouh! Good day to be alive!
Voilà, on a des conditions vraiment magiques. Ça y est, on a mis les voiles de portant.
Thomas' record is impressive as well, and what's even more impressive is the conditions were far from ideal. I mean, it's not a surprise that Johan's at the front of the fleet. For that, we've seen the potential of his new boat. 11 months of non-stop sailing, basically. So it's been an insane year, and it's exciting to be in such a positive and optimistic dynamic. been a great year of learning. I'm happy it's come to an end to now have some rest.
The 11 teams competing in the 2023-24 Clipper Round the World Yacht Race began leg 4 of their circumnavigation from Fremantle, Australia. The fourth leg is divided into 2 stages, with the first part sending the fleet on a 2,500 nautical mile course around the south of Australia, up to Newcastle, New South Wales. This race is set to be a real test with breezy conditions predicted.
Today we are getting ready to set sail again. We're leaving Fremantle and we're headed to Newcastle, so we're excited about that. It's going to be a voyage with holidays. We've got Christmas and New Year's. It's exciting. A little strange, but exciting.
Yeah, it's been really good. This is the only time I get to see them on the way around the world, so it's been good to catch up. We've already had a present sharing moment while we were here, so that's been good.
Very excited, ready to go. Slightly looking at the wind, thinking it might be a bit windy and bouncy for the first couple of days, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, but we'll see how we get on.
If there's not a number mentioned, we know who it is. So let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's been a lot of prep this week, so it's been a really busy time. So haven't had enough time to think about what we're doing yet. So it's all starting to sink in now, you know.
Going to be an upwind session for 5-6 days. The crew is ready, the boat is ready.
I think everyone is ready to rock and roll. The last leg was a bit of a tough one, so I think they're ready to get back out there and start fresh.
The nerves of starting a new adventure, starting something new, and hopefully, you know, the journey will be what it is, and just acclimatizing to it and enjoying it every step. So.
So right now we are leaving Fremantle, we're in the middle of the port. We're about to head to go to Newcastle. It's going to be our next race and we're super excited just to be making it on to the next leg.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fantastic start, we're looking really well placed on the fleet. We're just about to round our first course mark and then we're out into the Indian Ocean and then south around Tasmania. So hopefully in like 14 days time we'll be in Newcastle.
Well, that was a great race start. We got away nice and clean, we got away fast, we got our spinnaker up and we're on our way. I think we probably got about another afternoon or two of sunshine and then we're getting into the real weather.
It's the pre-Christmas tale with a very happy fairy tale ending for Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli, who signed off their 2023 sailing season in style with a blistering display of uprange, heavy weather sailing, on an angry-looking Bay of Angels, albeit with a relatively flat sea state, and gusts upward of 20 knots at times. And to end the 2023 sailing season they had writing practice as they rolled to boat in. Again.
We're here with Keko Bruni, helmsman Luna Rossa. Keko looked like a productive day around the marks. The first part of the day, unfortunate capsize at the end, but could you break it down for us?
No, it's been a great day for many reasons. First of all, we are back from a long period of break and the boat is functioning very well. We we sailed today in 20 plus knots, and the boat was going really, really well. We had a few races around the course. Very happy with how we were maneuvering and the speed of the boat. So very, very productive day. And just at the end, we had a capsize when we were hooking the tow. As always, when we are going slow, it's probably the hardest moment. It always happens when most of the time happens when you're going slow. And but I mean, we managed to ride the boat. We had a few problems with the electronics not working, maybe because of water. So we couldn't move the mast. But then finally, we raised the boat up, and was all good. No big problems.
Mm-hmm. And Keko, are you guys mounted on your rudder? Maybe
Yes.
shorter in span?
Yes. New elevator.
Yeah, new elevator as well.
Yes,
How is
yeah.
that feeling?
Well, the rudder is going well. It's as always is a very hard balance between something that is good in flat water and something that can be good in waves. We still have to check everything with waves. We only sailed with flat water yesterday and today, so still have to decide what is better, because as you know, it's very different.
Yeah, and what's the plan for January? We will see the LQ12 in the water from January.
The LQ for sure is sailing until the 75 will be ready. So we will sail as long as we can, and then we have to balance the energies between putting the big boat in the water and sailing. So it's going to be a very interesting time.
In case the AC40 is coming back from Jeddah, will we see?
AC40 will be here as well. We'll be sailing. We don't know exactly the dates yet,
of course,
but we will try to sail also with the youth team and the women team. So there will be a lot of activities. Will be the hydro boat also, the power boat going in the water. So there will be a lot happening in the beginning of the year.
Keko, un saluto per il supporter Luna Rossa.
Supporter Luna Rossa, anche oggi una bellissima giornata a Cagliari, bellissimo maestrale, 20 nodi, la barca andava molto bene, una piccola scuffia alla fine ma niente di grave, abbiamo tirato sulla barca e siamo rientrati in porto.
Grazie Keko.